Alex Cooper, it is so great to be sitting down with you. I'm so proud of all your success, personally, professionally. #1 female podcaster.
Thank you for having me. I'm just like, it still feels wild even when you say that to me, but I'm just so grateful to be here, and it's amazing. Thank you. Thank you.
At the inception of Call Her Daddy, I was one of the OG listeners like Chase Crawford. I was tuning in. Did you ever dream that this would rise to the success that it has?
I mean, I think when anyone starts something, like, you hope, but you never can even like actualize it in your brain, because it was a tiny little thought and a baby when I first started it. But now seeing the people I'm meeting and the success, and the Daddy Gang has just grown, and it's like worldwide, I'm like, oh my God, pinch me. Like, it's the best job in the world. I'm really fortunate.
You have some of the most sought after guests in the world, A-list celebrities, people that are really unreachable. Have you ever reached out personally to someone, and what did you say?
Oh, all the time. Most of the booking is me DMing. Like, I'm like in my DMs, I'm like, girl, wanna come on? Like, I find that the more personal that I can be with the guests, even prior to them coming on, that's the success. It's like, I want to humanize them. I want it to be a personal connection. I don't want them to just come in, like, I open the door at the house, I'm walking them up to the studio, like, everything is personalized, because I want them to feel like a human being, not just like, this is a press tour. It's like, hi, my name is Alex, let's sit down, let's talk. I feel like that goes a long way.
Is that what you attribute to how you get them to open up and share things they never have?
Oh, I mean, there's a lot of things that goes into it, but yes, I feel like the feedback I've gotten from a lot of these people that I sit down with at the end is like, I've never been more comfortable in an interview. And I think when you meet me, there is like an energy that I act like you're my friend. Like, I'm not gonna be stiff and awkward and like, okay, here's my questions. Like, we're vibing. It's like we're having girl time. And so that definitely plays into when I can ask these questions, because I'm building rapport and respect with these people.
I'm always a little self-conscious because I don't have a broadcast journalism background. I literally just kind of fell into this, kind of similar to you.
Here we are. What's happening?
But I wonder if that is also what makes these people so comfortable with you.
Maybe. Like, I also have seen it on the other end where people like roast me online, being like, oh my God, like, you don't have the background. And I'm like, I think it's fine. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm doing fine. But I understand it. Like, people want that traditional path. I feel like what has been really helpful for Call Her Daddy, you're right, is that like genuine connection of just like, hi, like, I don't know what I'm gonna ask next, but here we go. And like, of course I have the questions that I pre-write, but most of the time, those cards, I haven't read 10 of the questions, because I'm just making eye contact and listening to what they're saying. But that's what you do in a conversation.
It's true.
Like, you just keep going where they're going.
It's true. Do you still have a dream guest?
I mean, obviously it shifts so much. Like, I remember when the Vanderpump Rules thing was happening, like, I remember like Ariana Madix was like, everyone wanted me to have her on, and that was one of the biggest episodes, and it was like, whoa, that was like a random moment in time. Like, Julia Fox, like, that meme will forever be like Cole Sprouse smoking in my old studio. Like, these memes just keep coming, and I can never predict it. But I will say, I always have dream guests. Last year I had 10 dream guests, and I got 8 out of the 10. And I will always say, like, Billy, Taylor, Rihanna, like, I have those core people, but a lot of it is like the Daddy Gang being like, you need to get this person on or we'll hate you. And I'm like, I'm on it, I'm on it, I'm on it. So I listen to them a lot.
Wait, you have to have Rihanna on. She will, you two will be like,
I met her once,
fireworks.
and I was like almost unable to speak, but I did get my words out, and I love her.
So the Unwell Network, what is your plan? 5-10-year plan? What's a dream for this network?
I mean, it's crazy because I feel like when I started all of this, like, and before I mean Call Her Daddy, like, being a young kid, like, I loved being behind the camera. Like, that was like what I loved to do in my basement, making these movies. So I think I'm almost going back to my roots in a sense. When I've started this company with my husband, it was like, I want to produce, I want to direct, I want to help write, I want to help edit. And so having my hands in all these other projects, lifting up these other creators has been like so fulfilling, truly. I can't even like put it into words. I think the plan is to keep growing. Like, live events for us has been overwhelmingly successful. I think a lot of people are like, millennials and Gen Z, like, they're just on their phones, they don't want to go outside. It's like, oh, they want to go IRL, and they want to be IRL tomorrow and today and the next day. So I've been having a lot of fun with like throwing these fun events and parties. But the 5- and 10-year plan, I couldn't tell you that because then I'd be giving away all my secrets.
Well, before we get into Paris, I want to congratulate you on your gorgeous wedding.
Oh my God.
You look so stunning.
Thank you. that weekend, I remember I didn't have expectations because I didn't dream of this when I was younger, so I hoped it would be amazing. I can now say it was like one of, if not the best weekend of my life, and it was the most romantic weekend of my life, and we kept it so small and intimate, and like my whole family and our friends being there. Like, it was funny, at the end of the weekend, everyone was like, can we do this yearly? Like, this group come back here? I'm like, yeah, if you guys want to pay for it. Like,
yeah.
But it was magical. Like, I will never forget it.
Aw, that's amazing. Yeah. And the internet is very divided that you shared that you do not wash your face. So are you surprised that everyone is like freaking out about
No,
this?
because it's the internet. Like, I could say like my favorite color is pink, and they're like, what?
Yeah.
Like, you have to, but I guess it was very controversial. Yeah, I mean, listen, I grew up, and like my entire family, we just like shared the same bottle of like Lubriderm and like one bottle of like Neutrogena. Like, my mom didn't raise me on facial care or anything, so I'm learning. But this is strategic. Like, this isn't just like I'm lazy, okay? And I know you know as a girl, when I wake up in the morning, I'm not trying to wash my face. I'm gonna be dry. I'm gonna be no.
I do the same. I don't wash my face either, everybody, okay? Relax.
Thank you.
Like,
but it really riled people up.
Yeah.
But I was kind of like, oh, let them get riled up.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Whatever. Like, I don't care anymore. It's kind of fun.
Okay, well, huge news in your life. You are headed to Paris for the Olympics. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
We're having some French wine.
Cheers.
Okay.
Cheers.
Very good.
Oh, that's
so,
good.
was this on your vision board?
It was and it wasn't.
Yeah.
Like, I think with my career, I've tried really hard to just take everything by stride and just focus on the now and not like, oh my God, what is my next year? I don't even focus on like what's going to be in a couple months sometimes, because I just try to be present. But with the Olympics, my dad has worked the Olympics. My sister has worked the Olympics as an editor, my dad a producer. Like, sports has been in my family. So I get it when people online are like, call her daddy Alex. Like, what is she doing in sports?
Yeah.
I played Division I soccer. My dad played Division I sports. Like, this is not random for my family. I grew up in a sports household. But now being the host of Call Her Daddy, it's like, how are we merging the two? And I feel like the Olympics is the perfect merge. It's like, there are so many people that are overwhelmed by sports. Sports is intimidating. It's like, I don't understand the rules. It's okay. The show that I'm bringing to Peacock is a live show where I'm going to be hosting this live show. I'm gonna have comedians. I'm gonna have celebrities, I'm gonna have friends, I'm going to have, like, people can write in, and it's gonna be basically a fun watch party that, yes, we're gonna watch the sports, but it's okay if you don't understand the sport. Like, that's what, we'll talk about it, but it's not gonna be like, you're watching the entire game. The real sports fanatics, go watch the full game. Come over to us if you want to have a good time.
Exactly.
And we'll talk, but we'll also talk the other stuff.
Yes. You also sat down with the GOAT, Simone Biles, which was such a great interview.
Oh my God.
Have you texted with her or talked to her since she made the team?
She is, yes, she is. Oh my God. I will never forget when I met Simone and I was like, I'm the biggest fan. And Simone was like, no, I'm the biggest fan. And I was like, oh my God, so nice. Okay, I can retire. It's like, oh my God, I love you. She is a fan of Call Her Daddy. I'm obviously a fan of hers. And leading up to all of this, we were talking before the interview and after the interview. I'm just such a huge supporter of hers. I feel like she has just so much on her shoulders. Like, she's literally holding America on her shoulders, it feels like. And I felt like the interview I had with her really humanized her and showed like she is also just like a young woman that's trying to do her thing. And I have so much respect for her. But yes, we were like, oh my God, I hope we can see each other in Paris. Like, I love her, and go Simone.
Yeah. I can't wait. Also, Snoop Dogg is going with the NBC. So are we going to get an Alex Snoop collab in
I think
Paris?
It's got to happen. Snoop, let's go. Come on. We got to do it. It has to happen. Yeah. I'm hoping.
As millennials, it's kind of like a dream to hang with Snoop.
To sit in his presence will be an incredible time.
Yeah. Finally, what makes Paris the perfect backdrop for the games this year?
Oh, I mean, I just feel like this is obviously the last Olympics was in the middle of a pandemic. Like, I think the world needs this. It's Paris, it's romance, it's food, it's connection, it's perfect.
Yes.
Like, there is no better place. I feel like it's going to just be so incredible, and I feel like it's really going to bring everyone together, and sports unites people, so I'm very excited.
I can't wait to see the watch party. I will be tuning in. I'll be in Paris. We'll have to meet up. We'll have to have some croissants there.
Ooh, croissants.
Should we have a bite?
Oh my God, what is it? Yeah.
Are you down for a croissant?
Of
I'm
course.
gluten-free, but I'm doing it for you.
No.
These are really good.
Well,